course needs no introduction. This is the new Apple Vision Pro with the M5 chip, and the biggest telltale sign is this little dual knit band. Everyone that I lend these to say that they're really cool, they're dope, augmented reality, you're getting into the space. But who in their right mind is spending 3,500 US, 5,000 Canadian for a headset that you'll use a couple times, and in the end, it just ends up collecting dust? I'm gonna show you a pair that is a tenth of the price, great entryway into the AR space, way more affordable because, like I said, no one's paying that kind of money for this. So this right here is the new RayNeo Air 3S Pro. Like I said, it's a tenth of the price, 250 bucks. And if you're looking to get your first pair of AR glasses, I think this is a great entryway into the space just to see what you can do with it. So you can see here from the box, essentially the design is like a pair of regular sunglasses. This will give you a screen or an augmented reality screen of up to 201 inches. It's way more portable, lightweight, easier to carry around compared to something like this unit. And like I said, it's pretty much like a pair of sunglasses that you could even put onto your shirt, and it's pretty inconspicuous. So the big upgrade to the 3S Pros compared to the previous gens, I've had the chance to review other RayNeo glasses before, is they now get way brighter, so up to 1200 nits of brightness. You can kind of see them there on the inside. There's obviously two micro OLED screens. They're 0.6 inches. And after using these for a while, noticeably brighter than the last gen. And if you haven't seen a pair of how these AR glasses work, essentially they connect to an existing device. So say you've got like a smartphone, instead of spending the money on Vision Pro, you can upgrade to like the latest iPhone. You just have to plug in your device via USB-C. And technically you guys can't see this, but within my glasses, within my sight, I now have a 201-inch version of my iPhone display from what I can see. So I've created my own little personal cinema with just these glasses, and the key thing here is you just need to use an existing device, which I think is great. You don't need an external battery pack, you don't need to spend a lot of money. Even if you're trying to get an image that big with, say, a projector screen or a TV, obviously those cost thousands and thousands of dollars to get. You can literally carry these around in your pocket. They've actually upgraded the little carrying case as well. This also mimics what a pair of sunglasses would look like. That kind of clicks shut. Once again, way more practical, way more usable, because regardless, you will carry around your smartphone, you're probably gonna carry around your laptop, then you can just have this as its separate little standalone. Once again, compared to, say, Vision Pro, which is huge, that almost feels like you're carrying around two big devices, whereas this, it's nice and small, you won't even notice it. So another big upgrade to this, it now has 6 different color modes compared to the 4 from before. I'll go through all of them, once again, if you haven't seen this before. So the 2 new ones, the first is called Vision Boost, that really maximizes that 1200 nits of brightness. That's really useful for super bright scenarios. If you happen to use it, say like here in the studio, if you wanna play outside or you want to do something outside, you have the option to do that. It also has an eye protection mode. That's if you're really using the glasses or the screen for a long time. You just want to help minimize eye fatigue. If you're like locked into an editing session or you're watching, say, a really long movie, you want to watch like Lord of the Rings, all 3 of them, extended editions. That would be a pretty cool challenge to do on this. You've got standard mode, which is great for your normal day-to-day use. There's professional mode, which gives you high color accuracy. So when I had this plugged into my MacBook Pro, for an example, I was editing some photos, even doing some color grading on Final Cut. It gives you 98% of the DCI-P3 color space. There's movie mode, which boosts color immersion, so great if you're watching a lot of content. And lastly, there's game mode, which helps you see a lot of the extra details, especially if they're darker. And that's the mode I've been kind of using the most. I've actually got this plugged into my new Switch. I've been playing a lot of like the Pokemon series. They also sell this little Joy Dock accessory, which you have to grab separately, but essentially a dock for your Switch that enables the glasses to work with it. But this is really cool. This actually works as both, obviously the dock enables it to work, but also a little power bank. So even if your Switch and glasses are dead, when this is fully charged, it gets you up to 5 hours of gameplay. So you could use this technically on a flight if you want to create your own personal gaming space away from the girlfriend, the wife, from whoever else. You're playing this on the toilet for an extended period of time. You can create essentially your own little 201-inch personal gaming space as long as you have enough room to sit, to play on the Switch, and a little bit of creativity. But let me know where you guys game, where you like to play the Switch. If it happens to be on the toilet, cool. So say you're not into gaming, another cool accessory that they have is this little pocket TV. Essentially, it fits the description, a TV that fits into your pocket. So this is really cool. It serves two purposes again. It has a built-in power bank, so 6,500 milliamps, and it also can work completely offline as well, as it has a micro SD card slot. So it runs off of Google TV. So once again, if you are traveling, you can store all of your content on it, watch whatever you want on that long flight. But when you are connected, you've got access to over 10,000 different apps, pretty much every streaming service you can think of, like YouTube, Prime Video, you've got Hulu, HBO, Fubo, the list kind of goes on. You've got access to over 400,000 different movies, shows, so it is pretty much endless on what you can watch. Once again, if you don't want to carry around your phone and just have everything stored onto this, it's a cool little option. And before I forget, when you are gaming, you actually get up to 120 hertz of refresh rate on these. So if you are playing something a bit faster paced, if you're playing like a AAA title, for example, like Black Myth Wukong, which I was actually playing on this, which was nuts. Cool to get that many frames. See what I did there? In something like this. So the last big upgrade coming to the 3S Pro, so you can actually see the speakers that are built into the actual stem. So this now has spatial audio to just give you a bit more immersive of an audio experience, not just, flat and stereo.
It'll be depending on the day. Pretty girls looking to defend, and I'm with defend, and never let it catch no string.
It also has something called whisper mode, because if you are using this in public, you don't obviously want people around you to hear what you are technically watching. So that audio is actually directed more towards like your ears, so you can only hear it. And overall, you can see from the rest of the design, it's minimal, it's clean. The rest of the buttons here, you can see ones are for volume on the one side. You've got the little menu button beside it, and on the other stem, you have the rocker to control brightness. And you can see I've actually left the little sticker on, so there's 9 different levels of adjustment for this. You can actually hear it as it clicks into place, and people that I've kind of loaned this to or let them try on, it pretty much fits everyone with just maybe minor adjustments. It feels like really comfortable. People have also asked, like, do you feel silly wearing glasses like this? Like this compared to Vision Pro, I'd way rather rock something way less conspicuous, especially in a plane, in a coffee shop, and in the end with Vision Pro, like even with the new redesigned band, I still get those red markings under the eyes because it is so effing heavy. Like I said from the beginning of the video, I think this is a great entryway into the AR space that most importantly will not break the bank. And I'm actually gonna give away this very pair. So let me know what you would watch on your AR glasses, what you would use like 201 inches of your own personal screen for. And I'll catch the rest of you on one of my next vids. Peace.